Welcome back to the channel, everyone. You might be in a situation or you might be wondering why your iPhone is always overheating. Now, there's a ton of reasons why this could be happening, but there's also a few ways to actually fix this if it's constantly happening. But just kind of know that sometimes it is required that your iPhone to heat up. Like, it's not like a prerequisite for it to heat up or anything, but sometimes if an app is super demanding, if you're playing a lot of games, this could, naturally heat up every single iPhone, not just your iPhone specifically, you know what I mean? I have an iPhone 11 Pro and it heats up all the time if I'm playing like Fortnite or something like that. So the very first thing you want to check is that if your iPhone is constantly overheating, you want to see where it's overheating at. If it's just sitting there on the table and you pick it up and it's hot, now that's a totally different thing. We'll get into that in a second. But if it's when you're using super heavy apps or you have a bunch of apps in the background and you're multitasking constantly, it happens to me a lot. Like I stated, when I'm playing a lot of games, I'm not much of a gamer, but if I'm doing a game for a video, my iPhones, even the Androids, they heat up a lot during Fortnite, a lot of these Real Racing 3 games like that. So you kind of want to double check, if it's overheating when you're playing a game, then this is natural. It's going to happen to every iPhone or any phone in general. Now, if it's happening for another reason, let's say you're not even doing that, it could be because either an app or an update specifically. So if you have just updated your iPhone to another iOS version or whatever, this could mean that your phone will just naturally heat up. It happens to me like literally every single time I update any of my iPhones. Right after I update it and I go do an iOS review or anything on it, 9 times out of 10 that phone is still hot because I just picked it up straight from the charger and it just finished updating. So while it's, going through all the internals and updating its insides, basically it'll heat up your phone. That's totally okay. The phone is just, overpowering up a little bit to compensate for in order to update as fast as possible, basically. So if your phone is hot just because you updated your phone, then it's perfectly fine. However, if you just updated your phone and you're seeing that it's overheating a lot more than usual, this could also be because of the update. Sometimes with iOS updates, some things crash, some things don't work properly, and this could mean that your phone could end up using more power. Maybe the CPU is used a little bit more within the update without even realizing it, and your phone will just randomly heat up a little bit more, which is totally okay. So if it happened because of an update, you'll just pretty much have to wait for the next update to fix it. But by then, they'll probably patch it within like a week or two from then anyway, so it's probably not a long-term thing. Now, another way to check why your phone is heating up and how to fix it is to check which apps specifically are, using the most amount of power. So what you want to do, if you want to close out of your apps, you can make it a habit to close out of your apps when you're done. That way the apps are gone from the background and, the RAM kind of clears up a little bit. Now, iOS does a great job at natively turning off apps in the background to go and, use new apps. But just know that if you do keep that app in the background, this could mean that it's sucking up more power whether you realize it or not. So it's a good practice, I think, to, multitask out of the ones you're not using. And if you're done using an app, just multitask out of it. It could potentially help you out in the future. But a great way to see which app specifically, is using the most amount of power, what you can do is you can go into your settings, you can go click battery. And from there, if you scroll down a little bit, you'll see a huge list of different apps that might be, sucking up the most amount of power. Now, it's automatically, sorted by the amount, power usage. So if you look at the first couple apps and you see, games that are just sucking up like 60% or, like 50% of power, then this could potentially mean that not only are these apps sucking up the most amount of power, but this could mean why your phone is overheating so much. So like I stated, if your phone is heating up a lot when you're on Snapchat and you're on playing games and stuff, you'll just pretty much have to get used to your phone heating up at that point. Especially if it's a game. If it's a game, it's probably going to suck up a lot of power and make your phone heat up a little bit at the end of the day anyway. So at the end of it, you can always try restarting your phone. This could probably alleviate a lot of the issues that you're having, but just know that your phone heating up is really not that big of an issue. If you're kind of used to playing games and stuff like that, it's probably going to heat up. And it's not like there's a catastrophic failure to your phone right now. So that's really pretty much it. If you guys have any other questions or anything, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. Every single subscriber that we get really does count, so it means so much if you guys could hit that. Also check out the other links down in the description as well. My Twitter, my Instagram, my second channel. All those links are linked down below. I'd really appreciate it if you guys would check it out. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.